Today in What Went Wrong, we are going to find out why the Craig Bellamy Foundation was shut down in Sierra Leone. The Craig Bellamy Foundation was a charity that offers children in Sierra Leone the chance to achieve their potential through sport and education delivered by the Football Academy and Youth League. The Craig Bellamy Foundation was created by former Coventry City, Manchester City, Cardiff City and Liverpool FC striker Craig Bellamy in 2008 to offer underprivileged children a chance to reach their true potential. The Sierra Leone government was very supportive at that time as they provided 15 acres of land to build dormitories, staff accommodations, classrooms, and training facilities. Bellamy, according to previous reports, put £1.4 million of his own money into the project, and at the start, support was provided by local companies including the Security Support Group International (SSGI) in Sierra Leone, which pledged to contribute $300,000, around £200,000 in 2010, over 3 years in a package including cash, engineering, technical assistance, and security. The foundation runs a non-profit professional football academy and a national youth league that uses football to tackle the country's key development priorities: education, health, youth exclusion, and gender inequality, involving over 2,000 children, boys and girls, in 100 teams at the under-12 and under-14 age groups. The league covers the country's 4 regions: Freetown, Makeni, Bo, and Kenema. The league was shortlisted for a Beyond Sport Award 2012 in the Sport for Education category, held annually. Awards recognize the use of sport as a tool for positive change across the board. The CBF was the only professional academy that was nurturing athleticism, academic, and personal development of the country's most promising sporting talent, securing them footballing and education placements overseas. CBF was offering 5-year scholarships to children aged 11 to 13 following their all-inclusive annual nationwide scouting process across the country, and at its peak, 35 promising young footballers received their education at the foundation. Said Conte was one of the students that benefits from the academy with a move to California for a 4-year scholarship at a US high school. Other players have been allowed to train with some of the world's leading football clubs. 3 students have trained with the Cardiff City Academy, and in August 2012, 2 boys, Mustafa Bundu and Santigi Koroma, spent 4 weeks at the Liverpool FC Academy. The likes of Suleiman Samura, Umaro Samura, Rodney Michael Jr. and Frank Daroma were all groomed at the CBF. The academy sent 10 boys to college in the US on football scholarships and 1 to Denmark. Just when all hopes for youth football in the country was trusted in the hands of the academy, mismanagement of finance hit the foundation and things fall apart. A commission spokesman confirmed that concerns have been raised about the Craig Bellamy Foundation and the closure of its academy in Sierra Leone. We are assessing these concerns to determine what, if any, role there might be for the Commission. As part of our engagement, we are reminding trustees of their duties to file outstanding financial accounts, the spokesman said. The trustees were asked to account to the public and donors for their income and expenditure, and the failure to do so raised serious concerns about the governance and administration of charity. The public accessible register on the Charity Commission's website showed on March 9, 2017, that the foundation's latest account for the year ending May 31st, 2015 had not been filed for 343 days after they should have been. The previous year's account showed an income of £381,666 and spending of £360,688. Bellamy tried as best he could. He employed sponsorship managers to try to raise funds. They kept coming up empty. In the end, he had to admit defeat and the academy was shut down. He found it hard to take but was proud of the good he had done. He had tried to make a difference in a country most people ignore. There were legitimate questions asked about the reasons for the closure of the academy. Where had Bellamy money gone? Why had accounts from the Craig Bellamy Foundation not been filed since 2015? Was the academy properly regulated? What was its relationship with Sierra Leone FA? What had happened to some of the kids who were among the last residents? Well, some of them were living in squalid conditions in a nearby village. Sierra Leone poverty has swallowed them back up. It was reported that some of the boys feel ashamed to go back to their communities, who look at them as failures because they see others who have gone overseas on scholarships. They were given some money, but the academy has not provided for their future. Gianni Infantino, the president of FIFA, used to get involved and castigated Bellamy. He said, "It's not right to sell hope to some kids, boys or girls, and then let them down. They have to be sustainable, they have to be seriously managed, and they have to be realistic as well." The worst thing is indeed to abuse the dream that many kids and their families can have in countries where it is more difficult to live. Academy, which was once the pride of both the Togo village and the country, was shut down due to misappropriation of funds. For some of the teenage boys, the academy paved their way to overseas scholarships, but for others who once proudly wore the foundation shirt and had made Tombo their home, their dream of a better life through football have been shattered. According to some former staff, some of the boys are now living in slum conditions, shunned by their families and with little hope for the future. Staff members also revealed that they were frustrated about the lack of annual reports and accounts, and that a plea to appoint an independent and experienced trustee went unheeded. The first set of annual accounts was not registered with the Charity Commission until March 2014, 3.5 years after the academy had been established. This shows that in the year to May 31st, 2013, Bellamy contributed £297,848, 85% of the donated income that year. The next year, he contributed £92,372. The account highlights that income from sources other than Bellamy was not enough to sustain the academy, and its fragile position came under pressure from the Ebola outbreak in 2014, when nearly all the expatriate staff left the country. A skeleton staff kept the academy going, with 35 boys protected from the disease that ravaged Sierra Leone. And once Ebola had been conquered, efforts were made to get it back on track. Since the closure of the Craig Bellamy Academy, Sierra Leone is struggling to set up a professional junior and youth football system.